Hello everyone, my name is Ashish. I'm a junior doctor working in the UK and welcome to PLAB Made Easy. Today's video is going to be a very interesting one and it's going to answer a very common question, which is should you come to the UK for further post-graduation training or not, or should you go to some other country? Are the UK post-graduation training pathways good enough or not? So we have just received the report from the 2021 National Training Survey, and this is an important report, and I'll be discussing all the important insights from that report so that I can answer this question for you. Before starting on, please click on the like button, share this video as much as possible, and subscribe to this channel so that more and more doctors can get help from this video. Let's start. First of all, who responded to this training survey? So there were 63,000 trainees and trainer doctors, which were consultants or general practitioners, who responded in this survey. The report which came out after the survey is focused around 4 key areas. The first one is the quality of training and experience. The second one is doctors' well-being. The third one is training recovery and provision during the COVID-19 pandemic, and the fourth one is supportive environments. So we will talk about each of these 4 key areas one by one. Let's see who responded in this survey. So most of the respondents were from Northern Ireland and Wales, and they were 87% and 85% respectively. But around 76% of all the trainees in the UK responded, and 32% of all the trainers in the UK responded. Let's talk about the first key area, which is the quality of training and experience. So the first question which was asked to the trainees was, please rate the quality of teaching, which is informal and formal, which they received in their current post. And 76% of trainees responded positively. The second question was, please rate the quality of clinical supervision in their current post, and 88% trainees responded positively. Also, 85% of trainees responded positively for the quality of experience which they had in their current post. So these are really good numbers. The next section or the next key area was about doctors' well-being, and there has been a lot of stress on burnout in this report. So let's talk about these trends. So talking about burnout in trainees, there were 3 questions. The first one was, is your work emotionally exhausting? The second one was, do you feel burnt out because of your work? And the third one was, does your work frustrate you? And the most common answer to these questions was somewhat. But there were a lot of people who also said that to a high degree their work was emotionally exhausting. The other questions were, do you feel worn out at the end of the working day? Are you exhausted in the morning at the thought of another day at work? Do you feel that every working hour is tiring for you? And the last one was, do you have enough energy for family and friends during leisure time? These questions are designed to get an idea about how the life of trainee is in work and outside the workplace. And this is very good because a lot of times these surveys are focused towards just the work life of the person and not outside their work and their career, which is time for their family and friends. So these were really good questions, and you can see that most of the trainees went for sometimes or often as responses to these questions. Let's talk about the burnout trends. This national training survey was first conducted by GMC in 2018. And on your screen, you can see a graph which shows you the change in negative trainee responses to burnout questions. And you can see that there has been a huge uptrend in this graph in 2021. So a lot of trainees responded that they felt burnt out in 2021. This table here shows the burnout risk for trainees, and you can see that in 2021 there are around 15% of trainees who are at high risk of getting burnt out. 41% of trainees are at moderate risk and 44% of trainees are at low risk. Let's talk about the burnout rates according to specialty. So this graph on your screen, it shows the post-specialty variation in trainees at high risk of burnout. So you can see that the highest risk is in emergency medicine, and then there is medicine, obs-gynae, surgery, and then you can see the trends for all trainees combined. Then you have GP, ophthalmology, anesthetics. Then you have all these other branches and pathology at the last. So this is a really interesting graph, and it shows the burnout rates according to specialties. The next key area of the report was regarding how training changed during the COVID-19 pandemic. So all of these questions were asked to all of the trainees, and these questions included whether virtual learning environments were effectively used to support training or not, whether the trainees were able to compensate for loss of training through transferable skills gained from other aspects of their training, to replace any missed training opportunities were they provided with effective alternatives through simulation facilities or simulation exercises. Then there were questions regarding the workplace-based assessments, and were the trainees able to meet their curriculum competencies or outcomes for their stage of training or not. And the majority of responses to all of these questions were positive, which is really good. The next key area was whether the doctors were supported well or not, and how supportive their environment was. So all of these questions were asked, and these questions included whether the doctors feel that the work environment is a fully supportive one or not, whether they are always treated fairly or not, whether they are always treating each other fairly and with respect or not, whether they feel that they are a valued member of the team where they work in, and whether the department, unit, the practice provides a supportive environment for everyone regardless of background, beliefs or identity or not. And most of the trainees responded positively, which is again an amazing thing, because it shows that there is very less discrimination in NHS, and the training opportunities and the support is really amazing. In summary, the overall quality of training and support has remained high despite intense pressures. This year's burnout results are the most negative since 2018, when the survey was first conducted, and the stress from the pandemic has played a major negative role in doctors' well-being. But there have been really encouraging statements from the GMC, and they have said that they will look into the survey and they will make the best efforts to improve the training, and they will make the best efforts to make the workplace more fair to doctors. And they have said that this year we have set ourselves a target to eliminate discrimination, disadvantage and unfairness in undergraduate and postgraduate medical education and training by 2031. We continue to work closely with postgraduate deans and Royal Colleges to identify initiatives that are helping to promote fairness and inclusivity in training. And we are looking at every aspect of our guidance and processes in medical education to identify more we can do to support improvements. And this is very encouraging for all the new doctors who are joining the NHS, and this shows that the system really cares about you. So I think the NHS overall is an amazing place to work in, and you can get lots of support. There are lots of amazing training opportunities, and the overall training standards are really high. So I would always suggest you to come to the UK for further postgraduate training. That's the end of the video. I hope that you found this survey report really interesting and you got some important insights from this video. If you want to support my work, click on the like button, share this video with everyone, and subscribe to this channel. I will see you soon in another video. Thanks a lot for watching.